Yesterday we were talking about completing the square. Okay, we said that we can solve the quadratic equation by completing the square if the factoring way cannot help me. Sometimes I can factorize the quadratic equation by factoring. Sometimes it cannot work, or factoring, it cannot help me to factor or to find the solution for the quadratic equation. I need another way. This way we call it completing the square. And we solved some questions. We stopped here. Let's solve them now. I think we solved number 12. And number 15 here. We have an m squared plus 16m equal negative 59. Yes?
Teacher, I can't see the screen.
All of you? The others, can you see the screen?
No, miss, I can see clear. It's clear.
That means you have a problem. So m squared plus 16m equal negative 59. Then, as I told you, this one is not, or is a quadratic equation, but cannot solve or cannot be factored to find the solution by factoring. So we have to use another way. I will go to the first side here, and this first side I will complete the square for it. But how? By C, where's B? This is B. I will say B over 2 squared, 16 over 2, 8 squared, 64. So I will add the 64 here to this side, or to this equation. Since I add it now, I will take my equation back. Here. I will tell her, thank you so much. Come back here. Now, and since I add 64 to this side, I must add 64 to the other side. Then I have now m squared plus 16m plus 64. This one, if I want to factorize it, it is a perfect square trinomial. So it is like m, and what is the square root of 64? Is 8. 8. As you see, or as we know before, the perfect square trinomial that I have a perfect square in the last, perfect square in the first, and between them there's a 2 times the square root of the first term times the square root of the last term. Then here, since we have a plus sign, so plus 8 plus 8. So it is an m plus 8 squared. Then here, negative 59 plus 64, it is 5. So m plus 8 squared, it's equal to 5. Now then, this is an m plus 8 squared. To cancel the squared, what we have to do? How can I cancel the square? By what?
Absolute value.
Cancel the squared.
The square root.
The square root.
That thing.
And since I put the square root on this side, I must put it on the other side. Then m plus 8 is positive or negative the square root of 5. Square root of 5 equals Wait, please. Okay. It is 2.23. Now, so m plus 8 is equal to positive negative 2.23. What does it mean? That means m plus 8 equal 2.23 or m plus 8 equal negative 2.23. Since we have a square root, so one is positive and one is negative. So m plus 8 is 2.23 minus 8 minus 8. So 2.23 minus 8, negative 5.77. This is the first value or the first root of m. And negative 10.23. This is the second roots. So here, the two roots for this quadratic equation are m equal negative 5.77 and m equal negative 10.23. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
So teacher, the final answer is negative 10.23.
And negative 5.77.
Okay.
For the two values, for the positive 2.23, there's an answer. And for the negative 2.33, we have an answer. You must get two answers. If you get one, you make something wrong. Done?
Okay.
Okay. Let's solve now number 16. In number 16, we have an a squared minus 2a minus 35 equals 0. So what we have to do, the first step, as we said yesterday, the number 15 and number 14 are ready. But number 16 is not ready. We have to move the 35, the constant here. You have to isolate a variable in a side and the constant in other side. So you get now an a squared minus 2a equal 35. Then I will ask this equation here. I will tell her, come here, I want you for 1 minute. So a squared minus 2a now. I will look at b. Where's b? It is 2. So b now is 2 over 2, or sorry. I will divide b by 2 squared. What is b? It is 2. So it is 2 over 2 squared, which is 1. I will add this one here. Then after that, I will take this equation and I will tell her, come back to your home. But since I add this one to the side, I must add it to the other side. Then a squared minus 2a plus 1. How can I factorize it? It is a and 1. The square root of a is 1a. The square root of 1 is 1. And here, since we have a minus sign, I will put this minus sign here, squared, equal 35 plus 1 is what? 36. Then square root, as I told you, to cancel the square, you must use the square root. So a minus 1 is, what is the square root of 36?
6.
Positive or
6.
negative 6?
Positive and negative 6.
Negative.
Okay, what does it mean? That's mean a minus 1, it could be 6, or
Or
a minus 1, it could be negative 6. Then
Miss, it should to be negative 6 because
6 and negative 6, yes. Then a minus 1 equals 6. I want to isolate a. I want to find a only. What I have to do?
Plus 1.
Plus 1 plus 1. Thank you. So a is equal to
7.
7 or negative
7.
7.
7 and negative 7.
لا, wait. A equal to 7 only. Now go to the second part here. A minus 1 equal negative 6. The same step. Plus 1 plus 1. So a is
Negative 5.
negative 6 plus 1, negative 5.
negative 5.
That's mean the two solutions or the two roots for this quadratic equation is 7 are 7 and negative 5. Is it clear?
Yes, Miss.
Now let's solve number 18. In number 18 here, w squared minus 14w plus 13 equals 0. Now let's isolate here. How? By subtracting 13 from from the two sides. So by this step, you will get an w squared minus 14 equal negative 13. Then I will take this equation here, which is w squared minus 14w. Then where is b? I will find c. How can I find c? As I told you, this is an equality equation, but without c. And I want to find c, since it is perfect trinomial, perfect square. So b over 2 squared.
14 over 2 squared.
It is 14 over 2 squared, which is 49. 14 over 2 is 7, squared 49. So I found c now. Since I found c, I tell my equation to come back here. Then, since I add 49 to the first side, I must add 49 to the other side. Then, this one here, it is an w squared, so I will put open one bracket, take the square root of w, then the square root of 49 is 7. Then, look at this one here. We have a minus sign, this put this minus sign here. So w minus 7 squared equal negative 13 plus 49, 36. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay. How can I cancel the square root now?
By the square root.
By the square root. Thank you. So I will put the square root here and square root here. So it will be now W minus 7 equal. What is the square root of 36?
Positive and negative 6.
Positive.
Positive and negative 6.
Thank you. So what does it mean? That means I have two solutions. One, if I have 6, and the other one, if I have negative 6. Move it to the other side for both of them, because I want to isolate W. I want to find W only. So W equals 6 plus 7 is what? 13.
13.
And negative 6 plus 7 equal 1.
1.
So the two solutions for this equation here is 13 and 1. Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.